Hey guys, welcome. This is John Megacycle here, working with our Tactics series. Moving on where I play strategy games and try to give you some good tips and tricks on how to make yourself a better player. Try to expose some strategies, try to give you guys some ideas how you can keep your enemy on their toes and keep yourself the victor in the long run. We're continuing the series with Command and Conquer. We're working with Command and Conquer General 0 Hour. And I'd like to start working with this one. We've just kind of completed Command and Conquer 3. Kane's Wrath was the add-on that we used, so we're going to keep moving on with similar genre of strategy game. If you're familiar with this one or you aren't, if you've ever played a Command and Conquer game before, the game is broken into certain factions or races or teams or nations, or there's a lot of words mixed up for it. In this one we've got United States of America, the Global Liberation Army, and China. The way these are broken down is United States is a little more tech heavy. The Global Liberation Army has a lot of cheap units designed to keep the enemy off their toes, and China is designed for more heavily fortified units, tanks, airplanes, that sort of a thing. So we're going to go ahead and get started with a skirmish. I wanted to kick this off with the China Infantry General, and if you're familiar or not, I'll walk you through real quick what I mean about the Infantry General. There are the three factions that I mentioned before, United States, GLA, and China. Then in between those factions there are sub-factions. So example for the United States here, we've got the Super Weapon General, the Laser General, and the Air Force General. So let's just take the Air Force General for example. What the Air Force General has is, as you can probably figure out, better aircraft, more resilient Air Force, cheaper planes, that sort of a thing, really designed to use aircraft throughout the battle. However, as a drawback, they are unallowed to produce tanks. So there's certain drawbacks, you get some benefits, you get some negatives, but it really allows you to emphasize your play style. For this episode, I'm just going to concentrate on the China Infantry General. Again, as you could probably figure out, emphasis on infantry. Infantry are more powerful, they're a little more expensive, but they're far more efficient in their job. Infantry is a low-tech unit. In every game that I've ever played, you can usually get some real basic infantry out pretty quickly, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to just try to storm the gate, try to keep the enemy guessing what we're doing. So this is just a one-on-one, me versus a hard AI. We're just going to go ahead and kick it off. So if you are familiar with this, you'll get a good glimpse of how I'm playing. With most of the Command and Conquer games, power plants are involved, so we're going to go ahead and get that started. And we're just going to get a barracks up immediately.
A very good plan, General.
I love how he just clips right through my command center.
Construction is complete. We have big plans.
Okay. So far, so good.
Let's build, generous.
Supply depot. The very second that barracks is complete, we're going to build another one. As I've mentioned before in the Command and Conquer series, these are 4X strategy games. It's explore, exploit, expand, and exterminate. So you explore the area, you exploit resources, you expand your base, and then you exterminate your enemy. That's kind of how these games go. So we're gonna... I'm fairly familiar with this map, so what we're going to do just immediately is we're just going to spam out a bunch of infantry, and we're just going to attack in enough force to keep them very unbalanced. I didn't care for that build order a second there.
We have big plans.
Go ahead and get another supply depot. Gonna get one or two more infantry out of the gate here, and then we're just gonna charge. Good enough for me. Let's see what they've got. Looks like we're up against the United States. Those are Ranger infantry.
The People's Army.
And we'll be able to see exactly what they are. I'm gonna guess they're the Air Force General, considering an airport this quickly. And we have some time.
I like the big targets.
That's close enough. I believe that's Laser General. The United States traditionally, as a player, takes a little longer to ramp up, as does China, actually, considering they require power plants. We've got a bit of an edge here, considering Infantry General. Look at this. We've already got tons of stuff here. Already bringing the fight to them.
Yes, sir. Paying attention. Immediately.
Those guys in guard mode.
Generals. We will live in prosperity.
And as we've got them amiss,
Let's build. China will
look at that. There went their command center.
People's army.
Gosh, I keep forgetting they get like 24 infantry for free every time you blow up that command center. Okay, let's work on those tanks, considering they can run us over.
The enemy. We are the Red Guard. Understood.
Congratulations, General. You have been promoted.
Promotion interesting? Not really. Okay, now what did that rush just buy us? We took out their command center, an airport, and quite a chunk of their military just by that quick advance. What did that buy us? Well, we've got 2 supply depots running at full capacity. We've got a good amount of infrastructure started, and we're already churning out another army. Not to say that was a one quick kill. Usually you can if you act fast enough. I think those tanks kind of gave me a problem, and all those infantry that came out of the command center kind of gave me an issue as well.
Our miniguns will destroy the enemy. Ready for
And
orders. Defenders of peace. Ready for
what we're going to
orders.
do is we're going to go ahead and garrison some of these structures.
Attention. Carrying the big gun.
Let's go ahead and take that building.
Ready for orders. For the
This will give us
Republic.
a decisive territory edge.
Our miniguns will destroy the enemy. Paying attention. We are the Red
Perfect.
Guard.
And a few more infantry. And in the same token, we're going to go ahead and start building base defenses.
Location.
And how much power do we got? We've got a good amount of power.
Minigunner reporting for duty.
It will look
Defenders
really
of
nice when
peace.
it's
We are the
done.
Red Guard. Paying attention. The People's Army.
Okay, and now that we've actually got a little time, I should actually build that radar I could have used. But that's okay, we definitely needed those resources to get the war
We
machine
are the
flowing.
Red Guard.
So we're going to flank over here,
Nothing
hope
will
they don't
stop our
notice.
bullets.
Oh, they
The
noticed.
People's Army. We are the Red Guard. Defenders of peace. Paying attention. We are the Red Guard.
That's okay.
Defenders of peace.
We will just swarm the crap out of them.
Destroy the enemy.
Upgrade
Are you
complete.
trying to build another war factory? I don't think so. Oh,
Yes, sir.
oh.
Right away.
Superior tank numbers.
Our miniguns.
Let's risk it. Why not?
Nothing will stop
I was hoping I could get to a garrisonable structure quickly enough.
ready for orders.
Did not happen.
Everyone.
Worked just as well.
Promoted.
And
Unit
carpet
lost.
bomb and artillery strike. Thank you very much.
We are the Red Guard.
And we're just
Paying
gonna
attention.
set it and forget it. We're gonna Ron Popeil the
Understood.
crap out of that.
Defenders of peace.
Come on.
Ready for orders.
You can almost
Right
make
away.
it.
Our miniguns will destroy
That's okay.
the enemy. Attack! Defenders of peace. Nothing will stop
And
our
let's
war.
watch, shall we? There went the artillery. There went the carpet bomb.
Our
And
miniguns
if we keep
will
this up, they're
destroy
not going to have all too much to run
Defenders
on.
of peace. Nothing will stop our bullets. Cut through them.
Okay, now we've got time and now we've got money. A big mistake would just be to sit on what we've got and not do anything with it. So we're going to continue with our infrastructure, power plant, war factory, and then we're going to start chucking out some more war units. Troop crawlers are like armored APCs
Right away.
for this general, so we're going to go ahead
Nothing will stop our
and make a
bullets.
bunch of those.
Immediately.
But we always want to keep up the pressure. Just because we're sitting on a bunch of money doesn't mean we're
We
doing
will
well.
live in prosperity. Build order structure.
And as I said, we're going to get
Congratulations,
2
General.
troop
You have
crawlers.
been promoted.
China
the
will
power
have
plant.
big plans. That's a good start.
And another promotion. Let's go landmines.
Yes. Moving now, sir. I like the big targets. Ready for orders.
And look at that, they just sold out.
Construction.
The enemy will sell out if they do not have an income or they do not have a way to produce
We are
units.
victorious.
I took out their command center, their barracks, and we bombed the crap out of their war factory. This whole skirmish probably took under 9 minutes. 8 minutes? Look at that. Now, we barely produced any more supplies than they did, but our quick attack really paid off. So in this case, we destroyed 71 units, we only lost 18. Absolutely amazing. We produced less, we killed more, we destroyed more, all in less time. Strategy games like this depend on speed, efficiency, and then speed again. It all depends on your build order, how quickly you move troops, how many troops you move. Having 2 or 3 extra tanks can make or break an attack, no problem. So, that's how I usually play the Infantry General. What you want to emphasize if you do play the Infantry General are close maps if you can. That gives you an insane advantage when attacking quickly like I just did. What we'll do is we'll go through this series, we'll try a couple of the commanders here, a few of the generals I mean. We'll see how they interact with how they play against other generals. Then of course if you are familiar with this game, you might also be familiar with the General's Challenge. What the General's Challenge is, you select a general, and then you play through an entire campaign against
Choose
other
your
generals as that general. So let me explain it real quick. You can choose the Air Force General, General Granger, and what you'll do is you'll go through a campaign which are maps designed with the other generals against you, one by one. So if you start off as General Granger, your next opponent might be Prince Kassad. And he has his own special map, his own special abilities and everything, so you deal with them in their element. So it's really interesting if you've ever given that a try or you're familiar. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope that gave you a good idea of what Command & Conquer Generals is all about. Again, another excellent addition to the Command & Conquer franchise, and pretty soon I believe Command & Conquer Generals 2 will be out, though I haven't heard any solid dates on that. I'm still anxious for it. So thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.